What's up, gamers? How's it going? It's John, and in this video we're going to review Dig Dug. This is by Numskull. This is part of their 1/4 scale arcades. They call them quarter arcades because it's kind of a play on words. I guess you got quarter in arcades, of course, and then this is a quarter the size of a typical arcade machine. This is number 6 in their line. They have 8 total available currently. This one is by Namco. Came out in 1982, both in Japan and in North America in the arcades. This is a classic game. I love Dig Dug. And it reminds me a lot of Mr. Do, if you've ever played Mr. Do by Universal. That also came out in 1982, although later in the year. Although I honestly always considered Mr. Do kind of a clone of Dig Dug. However, both are great games in their own right. What's cool about this is the quality build of this is amazing. This is like as if you were to take a normal size arcade and you shrink it down to quarter size. I'm not quite sure how many have produced. There's a plaque on the back. It doesn't really show. I know it's limited, but I'm not quite sure if they're limited to thousands or hundreds. I'm not quite sure with this particular model. I didn't have any issues purchasing this online. You can get them at like GameStop and places like that. Usually retails for about 140 or so US dollars. Sometimes you can get a less than that. But what's cool, it has the dip switches as well, so you can program the game and change the settings as if you were normal arcade. And obviously it's not the 300 pounds that you typically would get with a normal arcade, and with these lined up side by side, you can kind of build your own miniature arcade, which is sweet. Now there is another company called New Wave Toys, and they do similar thing. They take arcades and they shrink them down. This is a 1/6 scale. This is a Street Fighter 2. So you can kind of see the difference in size between 1/4 size and 1/6 size. This is also really good build quality. I will say that Numskull, though, this thing is pretty heavy. I'd say it's about 5 pounds, maybe. It's pretty decent, and this is both are pretty good quality builds. Honestly, I think they all probably run off a Raspberry Pi or some type of single board emulation computer inside. I'm not going to quite open it up and show you though, but you have the power switch on the back. Okay, and this is right here. I'm not quite sure how long the battery lasts, but it's fairly easy. It got a micro USB. You can charge in the back. There's a volume bar here, kind of a wheel you can spin here. You can't open up the back here. It takes a special screwdriver. I suppose if you had the screwdriver, you could, although I'm not sure why you'd want to. But they even redesigned here, kind of this gap here. This is normally you'd find on normal arcades. A real arcade, there'd be wheels. There's no wheels here to move it. But it has a light up marquee, which is really cool. So that's really neat when you turn it on. And I'll show you a closer look at the gameplay, but it does come with a joystick. You can play both left-handed and right-handed because the actual buttons are on both sides. You got 1 or 2 player. It is not a game you play at the same time. It's one of those you play taking turns. So without any further ado, let's take a closer look at the gameplay. I love the artwork. The artwork's original from the original arcade, and it's both the same on both sides. What do you guys think about Dig Dug? I almost called it Mr. Dug, like a combination of Dig Dug and Mr. Do. But what do you guys think about Dig Dug, the game? One of my first memories as a kid, my grandfather had a Commodore 64, and one of the first games I ever played on it was a port of Dig Dug. I remember going to the arcade and playing Dig Dug. This is such a great game. It's a lot of fun. It's been ported to a whole bunch of different consoles, classic consoles and computers back in the day. And it's been a part of a lot of collections that Namco has released, along with Rally X and, of course, Pac-Man and all the classic ones like that. So without any further ado, let's take a closer look at the gameplay. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what other games you'd like to see them make in this scale. They already have Pac-Man. They have Miss Pac-Man. They have Galaga, Galaxian. I did one of Bubble Bobble recently. I'd love to see a license for Nintendo. I don't think it'll ever happen, but I'd love to see like a mini Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong Jr. Mario Brothers would be sweet. Even Popeye would be awesome. But without any further ado, let's take a closer look, and thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Okay, so here's a closer look at the game itself. A really good attention to detail with just the outline of the screen here they did. Here's the joystick. It feels solid. When you want to start your game, you have to enter credits here. And it's got a pretty good speaker as well. I apologize for the glare. I'm going to try playing through my camera, so please bear with me. Put 1 player. Let's turn, that's max loud volume. We'll turn down a little bit. So the goal of this game is to clear the stages, all the enemies. And you have a pump button here, you can blow them up. Or you can drop rocks on them too. I'm not quite sure how many screens they have on this. And notice the music only moves when music only goes when you're actually moving. So that was kind of unique. And you got these like dinosaur guys, dragons. Not quite sure where the other ones. You can get smashed by a rock. Be careful. Sometimes they try to leave. The last one's try to leave, so you gotta get them. So there you go. It does get progressively more difficult though. Yeah, it feels really good. The controls anyway. That comment could be taken out of context, so bear with me there. Oh, he got me. Okay. Definitely a classic. I mean, the Numskull does a great job. I would love to see a mini Neo Geo, like 1/4 scale. I know they have a Neo Geo Mini, right? But something like this actually looks like a mini Neo Geo. That'd be super cool. I also would like to see like they did a Street Fighter, obviously 1/6 scale through New Wave Toys, but I'd love to see like a Final Fight. I'd love to see the classic Konami games like Simpsons Fighter, Turtles. This scale would be super cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys subscribing. Leave a comment below. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, and of course, game on.